Hello everybody, this is Phantom2502 and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory 1.1, a progressive build tutorial. In this episode we automate our quartz production and finish off phase 2 of the space elevator so we can unlock tiers 5 and 6 of our research. Between last episode and this episode, I took about an hour and a half and built some things to set up this episode. I put this power pole here just so that we can see power right beside our base. Added a little bit of Hypertube network, which ends up going to our quartz area. I added this path to come up here. Easy to access our doggo pen. And also added this area. This is usually where I end up putting my blueprint designer out here. And then down here I put a bunch of advanced power management stuff for later in the game. Stuff that's outside the scope of this tutorial. And up here is just transportation stuff for Hypertubes so I can be sent anywhere I want to around the map. Yeah, so reason doing this is, well, I found out raw quartz is like 1,000 meters away. The closest one. All the way over there somewhere. There we go, 1,005. Yeah. And second closest is like 1,300. So I ended up building this foundation road all the way there. So we can do things the quickest. And built this Hypertube thing all the way there. And yeah, we're going to get that raw quartz over here using truck stations, which we unlocked a few episodes back. And we'll build it over here where the road ends. Okay, so that shows what I did between episodes. I kept checking on our doggos too. Yeah. No more Sam, unfortunately. We're still stuck at 2. Alright, first things first, all the stuff that I have gotten since then. Let's see. Where do I want to sink? Or use, I guess. Alright, I do want to keep the motors for later. That I'll need in a little bit. Yeah, oh yeah, we could probably sink that. Alright. Anything else I want to sink? That. Is that reinforced? No, we can keep that. Rubber, that can go. Don't need that. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, how many tickets is this? Let's print that out. Get our tickets. Alright, can't we, hold on, do we have Blade Runners? No, we don't. Let's make Blade Runners. And equip it in our legs. This makes us run and jump a lot faster. And a lot higher. Very useful. Alright, what do I want here? Okay, let's get some bullets.
Shatter rebar unlocked. These quartz-infused rebars fracture when fired, launching deadly debris in a wide spread. Fix-It does not condone the use of such violent methods, so make sure there are no witnesses.
Got some quartz crystal. There we go.
Research completed. Crystal oscillator recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Alright. Nothing in here we can get yet. Alright. Yeah, I think everything else is researched. Okay. Let's buy some shop items. Nothing here. Oh, conveyor throughput. How did that unlock all of a sudden? Well, I definitely want it. That one. Need better Hypertube attachments because I noticed when I was doing my Hypertubes I didn't have them and would be useful. Oh yeah, foundation set. I need this one to fix something. I think that's it. Alright.
Humans have long practiced delegating work that strains and tires them to machines. It is their best achievement. Such challenges often include simple counting and short-term memory, which the Conveyor Throughput Monitor specializes in. Simply add one to any belt, and it will tell you its throughput after only 1 minute.
Alright, let's complete phase 2 of the space elevator. So we unlocked tiers 5 and 6. I'm control clicking to bring over the group of everything of the same thing. Don't think I need it for this part though. One thing complete. Versatile framework. Same thing. Four more stacks. Oh, wrong one. This one? Yeah. And automated wiring 100. Should have 2 stacks of that by now. There we go. And ready to go.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed. After completion of Phase 2, the technologies of Tiers 5 and 6 will become available in the hub. These might feel intimidating after your previous experience, but rest assured that you would not be here if you were entirely incompetent. Highlights are oil production, railway transportation, the jetpack, and many more. Completing Phase 3 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. Just remember to focus on producing and delivering the project parts, and Fixit's faith in you will be strengthened. Phase 2 of Project Assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure, and are closer than ever to saving the day. Perhaps you were the right choice for the job. Time will tell. You will now enter Phase 3 of Project Assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue. For humanity. For Fixit.
Alright, so that's phase 2, and I added a whole bunch of stuff up there. Alright. Let's go check on our doggos. I'm going to take this path up here instead of taking the jump pads. Alright, how are you guys doing? Good? We've got some steel pipes. Do any of you have sand? Rifle. And no. Okay, well. I guess I'd get rid of a couple things. Get rid of this, get rid of this. I'm guessing keep the pipes. Okay. Alright, so for the next build, we're going to have to do a tractor with a truck station, and that needs fuel. And we have best fuel right now that can be automated. It's compacted coal, so we'll use that. So we'll have to make more compacted coal because we're using right now all of it in our coal generators. So we'll have to build another one, and we'll have extra, which means we're gonna should build a storage for it. Alright, that looks good. And compacted coal this way. Oops. Alright, that's all good, looking good. Alright, so next build. What are we looking at? We need an assembler, 2 truck stations, a tractor, 2 miner Mark 1s for our quartz, and then putting it into silica and quartz crystal, we need 2 constructors. Alright. Get a portable miner. And we need some rotors. We also need to improve our sulfur node from 60 to 75. We'll have to use a power shard for that and upgrade it to belt level 2. Is there anything else that we need? Maybe a little bit more plates. I think we're good on foundations. Volt. Everything else should be fine. We'll grab some plates on the way out. Alright, here. One power shard. I guess I can put the rest of these in here. Alright, let's look at Tier 5, Tier 6. So, we're done Tier 4. Tier 5, we get the jetpack, oil processing, so oil with refineries. Our Mark 4 belts, we do have to try to get that as fast as possible so we can get more stuff on our sushi belts. Packaging, fuel power, manufacturers, so things that require 3 or 4 items can be automated. Inputs, trains, signaling for trains. Pipeline Mark II, that's good so that we can improve our pipes from 300 flow to 600 flow, and bigger blueprints. For now, first thing we get is oil processing, but not at the moment. Okay, is that everything for there? I guess we could maybe check on the doggos again, because we're going to be leaving for a little bit. Did anybody get anything? A little bit early for this. Oh, somebody got cable, okay. And wire. Okay. Good enough, I guess. Alright, that should be, yeah. Okay. Now we have massive jumping abilities. And running abilities. So we need 3 compacted coal machines to produce 75 compacted coal, which will use 75 sulfur and 75 coal. Which means we need to improve this one down here to 75 by adding a power shard and improving the belt to level 2. Alright, add power shard, 75. And we're improving due to Mark II belts. Really, just because I walked over the water for 2 seconds? Switched me out of the build menu? Alright, I don't like how this is going. Just gonna rearrange it. I don't like having to jump over this darn thing all the time. So I'm gonna move it, hold on, back to default. Level 2 to there, level 2 to there. And we'll make this one straight onto the second one, and then have it go down here. Alright, there we go. That way we can actually go under this darn thing and go around. Alright. Yay, better clearance. Okay. Now, compacted coal. We have to add a third one. you, power you. And we are going to merge here. And we're going to put you there. And then I want to delete this. Put a smart splitter there. Make this a level 2 belt. Make that go to there. Make this go left into here. Put any to the left. And overflow straight. Now, let's put stackable poles all the way back. And we're going to do it by 2 because eventually later on we'll be sending, kind of future-proofing the build a little bit. We'll be sending stuff for oil here and then over to oil where we make it later on. And basically we'll be sending containers from our base there. And then oil products will come back on this belt, including our compacted coal. Compacted coal will kind of go in both directions. Over to our oil section and then back this way for extras. Alright, let's move this back one. Zoop off, okay. You can go there. And from down here to up there. And then an emerge. From there to there. And let's get compacted coal in here. Alright. Okay, this now should do what we want. We have now enough compacted coal for extra stuff. Okay, let's go up, check on our doggos. And then we'll build our truck station. Yeah, I guess we'll go back down here. Alright, doggos, you better give me some SAM. No, nothing from Doggo 6. I keep getting nuke nobelisks, and I don't need them. Quartz Crystal. Why is there only 4 doggos in here? Oh, you were on your own, okay. Okay, a bunch of stuff I mostly don't need. I guess I can put that back. That's good, that's good. Oh yeah, that's from the belt, right. Nuke Nobelisk. Alright, good enough, I guess. Alright, truck station time. No, we still don't have our compacted coal back yet. Alright, so our tractor's going to come off the road from here, so we're going to need a truck station. Oh yeah, this way. Somewhere over here. That should be good.
Fix-It reminds you to drive vehicles accurately through a truck station's dock area while reporting a path. This ensures it will connect properly once everything is automated. The truck station can be set to load or unload, and can also refuel vehicles. Unlike some pioneers, truck stations care about saving humanity.
So, if you're wondering why I'm using a smart splitter even though it only has one item in it, that's because this will be our main line for our oil items later on, so this is just future proofing. After truck station, whatever you're using for fuel goes in here, and then you have 2 inputs and 2 outputs for your items. This station is going to be an unload station, and I guess we can name it. Quartz in, I guess. Or maybe Quartz receiving. There we go. Well, it's I before E, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so that's that. Eventually we will get... Oh yeah. Be nice to power it. There we go. Now, we should go over to our quartz area and put the second truck station in. And we're going to take our hyperspace tube all the way to our quartz area. We added a booster. You press E for directional change. And this should boost us. Oh, wrong way. My bad. Whoa. Really? Try this again. There we go. E to change direction. It's a little bit tricky sometimes. I'll probably reorganize that to be a little bit easier later, but it's new to 1.1 and trying to put one of those boosts in where you can use them multiple times if you need to. I haven't got a clean build for it yet. We're going to be fixing this part. That's why we unlocked those corner foundations. And there we go. Nice fast transportation. Okay. Transport, second truck station. Let's put it over here, I guess. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, and then we need 2 miners. One here. And this is an impure node, so this will only do 30 per minute. And we have a second node up here. Which is also impure, so 60 total. Alright. Maybe not there. Alright, you are going to go from here to here, and then into, I guess, the top one. Just stay off the ground. And that is the input, right? Yeah, that's output. You can see the arrows coming out. So these are the ins. And this is fuel in, so don't put it in there. This is going to be load. And I guess we would change the name of the station to Quartz Shipping. Alright. We're going to have a merger. That to there, and then just power everything. Yeah, we're going to need level 2 pole here, that's for sure. You and the truck station. How are we doing for power with all this added on anyways? Maximum's getting closer, 943, 975, but we're still doing good overall, for now. Alright, thing is we can't really add power too conveniently until we get oil going. There's the next item after this. Alright, that's making that stuff. Okay. Let's go fix the road up here. Made it 3 wide. It's easier for the tractors. And if we change it to trucks later, well, it'll be just 1 truck. If we do, it'll be easier. Alright, let's try this. Oh, I see, it's lifted. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna need something different. Hold on. Oh yeah, I don't have any tickets. That's not gonna work, isn't it? You know what? Good enough for now, I guess. I forgot that this was inverted. Yeah, that's just not going to work, is it? Yeah, well, right, because I forgot this was all on an angle. Oh well, we'll fix it later. My boo-boo. Guess I gotta unlock different type of foundation for the angled corners. Alright, this boost should be a little easier to take, I hope. Alright, wrong one. There we go. And straight back to base. Yeah, left's good. Nope. Yes. Exactly where I want to go. Alright. Okay, next. Oh yeah, right. We should check up on our doggos again. The next thing is to make a tractor and create a automated tractor path. Oh, okay. That should be useful for us. Oh, Sam, thank you, doggo number 3. I love you. Yes, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah, giving me Sam. That's exactly what I wanted. Are more than one of you guys gonna give me Sam? No, I'm not gonna have that kind of luck, am I? Barrel nuts. Okay, well, we got third Sam. Alright, well, 3/10 the way there, at least. Alright, 3 Sams. Anything that goes into... No, I think we're good there. Alright, what about the road surface? Oh, we only have 3. Yeah. I'll figure that out maybe off screen. There's something to shop out of the foundations that'll fix that and make it nice and smooth sideways. Alright. Tractor. Alright. Compacted coal are coming in. It's filling up. Fuel. Okay, that's good. Production. No, transport. Tractors will carry 25 inventory slots. If it's within the reach... Oh.
Tractors can use any type of fuel and have a self-driving feature, much like Pioneers, only more reliable. While driving, you can record a path to automate vehicle resource transportation. Unlike early self-driving vehicles, tractors will not spy on you. Your employee data is already fully subject to other means of surveillance.
Alright. So as long as there's fuel in here, it will automatically fuel the tractor. Oh, did I put it the wrong way? I did put it the wrong way. My bad. You go this way. Ugh. Okay. Can I put compacted coal in here? There. Okay. Alright, so as long as it's within reach of the truck station, it will automatically fill up. E to drive the tractor. Q to record path. Start recording. You can press Q again to get rid of the menu, and then you just start recording a path. When you come back to the starting position, it will complete the path. Let's go all the way to our quartz. I built this road when you were off screen. Now, you don't have to build a road. You could use the natural trails from both locations. But I don't mind making a road. Why not just make belts more efficient, let it use less power? You could do that too instead. I just wanted to show off this technology and give a little tutorial on how to do this. Alright, this is where we want to pick up stuff, so we'll slow down a little bit. And stop. If we stop longer than a few seconds, we will leave behind a pause, as we saw. And then we'll be able to adjust the pauses later. It takes about half a second per stack for a transfer rate. So 25 stacks, 12.5 seconds, and that should be our wait time at each side to maximize the throughput. As for inclines, I did only the 2 meter inclines. I find they can do 4, but they slow down, and the 8 they just have a very hard time climbing. Especially when you upgrade to trucks, those are even worse at the inclines. So inclines, try to keep them shallow. Alright. And then we just have to complete the circuit. Done. Alright, Q. Now we can save the path. Quartz. Save. And then Q. Enable autopilots. Escape. E to get off. And it will go and do its thing. Then we're going to edit these things down. Want that at 12.5 seconds. Set wait time. Just to make sure. There we go. Guess we could check on our doggos again, and then we should go to the other end and set that one to 12.5 seconds. And that will be the end of making a tractor path for the truck station. Can I get a 4th SAM in this episode? Because that would be sweet. No. Cooling systems. Fuse frames, those are good for points. Doggo 2, Doggo 1, Doggo 4, and you were just sitting here and being lonely. Okay. Alright, down here. Alright. Change you. 12.5 seconds. Just double check. Alright. We are getting quartz in. Alright, good. Yeah. Right. Can't press E fast enough. Guess I need a better start. I pressed E that time. There. Maybe I need a little bit more distance between my turns. I think I'm going to end up redoing a little bit. Make that a little easier. Same thing with my main base. When we're offline. Alright, that's that. Okay, let's get the quartz items going. We're not going to put the quartz items going back to base in regular storage just yet, but we'll put them in temporary storage like the quick wire. That's to be due with the capacity of our 270 belts. We're not going to get level 4 belts until we get plastic, rubber, and petroleum coke, adding on like 80 more capacity, like stuff to our belts, and adding in 60 of these items at the moment is not a good idea. Alright, how do I want to do this? Okay, I guess I could do zoop. Alright. Now, which one is this one? There, okay, so I guess I could do that. And that. Alright. Because that gives me a good flat spot back here. Alright. And on the other side of this, let's add some stuff. Alright, good enough for now, probably. Alright. Stackable. Oh yeah, I don't need zoop. There we go. Alright, so let's get the quartz out of here. Alright, constructor. We need 2 of them.
You are currently 74% more efficient than your peers.
Well, that's good to know. Alright, quartz crystal, just taking 37.5, put out 22.5. And silica, 22.5 and 37.5. Both of them add into 60, which is how much we have coming in. And we'll put splitters. And we'll put a splitter here for later when we expand this. Okay. Now you can go there. Be a little too powerful. Okay, and then for now, we're just going to put a storage bin right ahead of you guys. And maybe a little bit further forward so I can add some stuff. Okay, maybe make it there. That way we can put splitters beforehand if we need to, when we get rid of you guys. And then we'll just have these two go into it. Alright, perfect. Almost at capacity. Alright, so... let's make the Explorer. We ended up getting... Oh no, we didn't get the Explorer unlocked yet. We do have some quartz stuff to research, I guess. You know what, we'll unlock oil processing now that we have this complete. Oh, well, we'll check up on our doggos first. Stators. Circuit boards. Nothing. If I can get another SAM, that would be great. Oh, more motors, okay. Yeah, could use the motors right now, actually. Right. You can be turned into that. Let's get some more points in here. Those items. How are we doing for points anyways? 9 more coupons. Alright, we'll deal with that later on. Alright, what do we need to unlock this? Compacted coal coming in? Yep. Motors? We're doing pretty good for that. Okay, so that's... We need 100 of these. 500 of these. And then 500 copper sheets. Alright, let's unlock oil processing.
Milestone reached. Crude oil can now be extracted and refined to produce various industrially beneficial parts. The byproducts of these processes will require careful management, but a capable pioneer such as yourself surely understands that. To improve efficiency, pipelines can now be optimized with valves to limit and balance their throughput. These were initially left out because Fixit did not want to overwhelm pioneers with complex pipeline management, but they have since been re-added after my impassioned defense of your capabilities.
Thanks, Ada. Alright, next thing will be the jetpack. We'll unlock that next episode. Let's see. Right now I kind of just want to complete some of the quartz research we have. Yeah, let's unlock the Explorer. That sounds a good idea. Okay, so let's get some modular frames.
Explorer unlocked. This personnel transport vehicle facilitates rapid traversal of difficult terrain and climbs like a mountain goat that has returned from extinction.
Alright, let's build an Explorer. So that's what will be our vehicle. Now we have a vehicle to traverse in ourselves when we want to go exploring around the planet. Vehicles are pretty good. If you're in them, you're pretty much invulnerable to enemies. So if you have somebody attacking you and you're going to lose a lot of health, just get right back in your vehicle. You'll be nice and safe. Alright, we'll put our vehicle out here. That will transport ourselves in. The Explorer is pretty fast, can go over rugged terrain pretty good, and inclines. It only has 12 storage spaces, so it isn't as good for like automation. Fuel, we are going to use solid biofuel. Reason being is it comes in stacks of 200, so it's probably the best fuel, well, at least for right now, um, per stack. Obviously, it's not automated, so that's why we're not using it for a tractor. We should get a second stack in there, though. I always like to travel my tractor with 2 stacks, just in case the first one runs out, so you know, back up. So we'll put our tractor out here, and that will be used for exploration, and it'll have a second stack of fuel in storage. And our stack of fuel will be for a chainsaw whenever we need that. Alright, any more quartz research that we need done? Uh, 11 to 15. Oh yeah, that needs 100 nobelisks. Yeah, we'll do that when we automate nobelisks. I'm not just gonna spam that right now. This one not yet. And no. We could unlock this one though. And that one. Okay, let's get some silica. And I guess some quartz crystal. Well, we'll turn the manual ones into quartz crystal anyways. Hold on. 29. Just get rid of the darn quartz. There we go. See what we've done downstairs. It's going to be the longest episode. It's going to be over an hour, but we had a lot of things to do this episode, so I don't blame this one for taking so long. Oh, I know why that. Okay, because this one has to back up first. Right. Makes sense. Alright, so I want you, and let's take all of that. Reminds me though, we did unlock the throughput thing. Would be nice to know throughput. Hold on. Where do we do throughput? Throughput's down here. Conveyor throughput. That would be useful. Let's see, that's our main base. Where do we want it though? There? Oh, I need reinforced iron plates. Okay. There. Okay. So I'm figuring it'd be nice to know approximately what's on all the items going into storage. It takes a minute to calibrate. Sometimes it bugs off, I find, and it's not exactly precise. I find it's within like 2 or 3 of the actual. But so it gives you a ballpark. Alright, we'll come back and see that after do some quartz research. Okay, we'll unlock inventory slots.
Pocket dimension now extra dimensionalized with additional dimensional capacity.
Alright, we need 5 more crystal oscillators. There we go. Seeing how long those take by hand, I really don't feel like doing too many more of those. And we still don't have enough reinforced iron plates. Alright, let's see how good this is. So we got about 165 on the belts. So we'll be adding 80 in the future, which will be like 250. Yeah, so adding 60 more with the quartz would just overwhelm it. Alright. Now, oil, where are you? Over there. 400 to 600 meters away. So, the Spire Coast over there, that biome, is tons and tons and tons of oil. Now, oil's liquids, and liquids don't like to go up unless we want to put a lot of pumps. So we'll build an outpost at the end of the Spire Coast and bring our oil there. I will build that infrastructure, the road that we need to do tractors from oil to our coal area. The full tractor's working off screen after this episode, and we'll start the next episode showing off where the oil is and all that setup. We already did tractor setup in this episode, so basically pace the same thing, except I'm going to do a road that's 4 wide instead of 3 wide, because that one will be improved to trucks, and it's nice to have a little bit of the extra width. Also, you're probably wondering, hey, why is there an extra episode? I thought you said in the first episode that you'd be ending it here after Tier 4. Yeah, originally I was going to do that, but I think I'm going to go extend this tutorial through Tier 5 for a few reasons. One, my build doesn't really have alternate recipes until I hit Tier 6. 2, the builds are simple until Tier 6, where things start getting really complicated after that. So it's easy to do tutorial to them. 3, you unlock things like the jetpack, which make going and exploring later on easier for you to do the first real good exploring, and it's nice to have. And we'll have packaged fuel for that, which will be nice. Also, it's good to put in a tutorial refineries and dealing with byproducts, something that some people have a hard time with. So by doing Tier 5, I can cover those things in this tutorial. Alright. Do we finally have enough reinforced iron plates? After all that talking. Not really, eh? Alright, I guess I'll just make mine manually then. I think it was 100. Now we'll check out the doggos one more time and end the episode there. Yeah, a little bit short.
Priority merger unlocked. Useful for prioritizing between inputs to avoid eventual stoppage. If you have an issue with stoppage somewhere else, consult a physician instead.
Alright, last bit with you guys. Maybe we'll get a 4th SAM. That would be nice. No. Computers. Quick wire. And you over here. Nothing. Alright. We'll be ending the episode here. I'm Phantom2502. And come back next time as we show off my automation for where we're putting our oil, and we'll do plastic and rubbers in refinery. I'm Phantom2502, and see you next time.